Welcome to Cooking with Bobbi Jo. Today I'm making baked grits cakes. I made a grits cake video a little over a year ago and I got a lot of comments on that video. One viewer asked if these grits cakes could be baked. I have never tried baking grits cakes. Since I am trying to reduce my calorie intake and eat a little healthier, I decided to try creating a baked grits cake recipe. I had to change the breading. The breading used in the original recipe does not work that well in the oven. So this video is going to show you the recipe I did that ended up being delicious, and it actually tastes better than the deep fried grits cakes. I'm not going to show you how to make grits. There are so many different ways to make grits. I will link the original grits cake video so you can watch me make grits, but I don't always make my grits that way. They change based on whatever I'm having them with. I always use stone ground grits. I don't use instant. In the original video, I also show you how I pour the leftover grits in the dish and refrigerate, so if you haven't watched it, do so. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Put 2 tablespoons of oil in an oven-safe dish or pan. I'm using olive oil, but use whatever you like. Coat the bottom with oil and place it in the oven. You want the oil to heat up while you're breading the grits cakes. So I'm starting out on the step where we pull the grits out of the refrigerator. I'm missing a few grits cakes out of this because I have been experimenting with baking them. So slice your grits into whatever shape you prefer. I do rectangles just because it's easy and I really don't care what shape they are. Put 1 cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs in a pie plate and 2 eggs beaten in another pie plate. Place the grit cake in the egg and cover all sides. Then place it in the breadcrumbs and coat all sides. You continue until all the grits cakes are coated. If you're baking more, then you may need more breadcrumbs. I only have 5, so 1 cup of breadcrumbs will be just enough. If you're a beginner and it's taking you more than 5 to 7 minutes to bread the grits cakes, you may want to wait a few minutes before placing your dish with the oil in it in the oven. You don't want it to get too hot that it smokes, so usually around 5 to 7 minutes and it will be plenty hot enough. Okay, so the dish is out of the oven. I'm going to place my breaded grits cakes in the dish. It will sizzle because the oil is heated. I'll leave them in the oven for 7 minutes, then remove and flip all the grits cakes. I'm just using my fish spatula to flip them, and see how brown they are on the bottom? I cook them for another 7 minutes and remove from the oven. Ovens cook differently, so you need to keep an eye on them to make sure they aren't browning too quickly. If your oven cooks quicker, then just remove them sooner. With my oven, 7 minutes each side seems to be the magic number. These were crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, and I like them better than my deep fried grits cakes. These definitely get Bobbi Jo's drool-worthy stamp of approval. I had another question about how I store my grits. We usually go to the old mill store in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee once a year and buy a couple of big bags of grits. I don't think we need to go this year because we still have plenty. I found these large glass jars with airtight lids a couple of years ago, and I bought 8 of them for storing flour and pasta and grits and whatever else I can find. I wash and I sterilize the jars. I heat them in the oven to dry them out and kill any remaining germs, and I fill them up with pantry items. I also put oxygen absorbers in them. And these big plastic storage containers came from Sam's a couple of years ago. They're great storage for rice. They're airtight. Also put oxygen absorbers in those. But food lasts longer when you take them out of the box or the bag that they came in and store them in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers. And I buy everything in bulk and I store it like this. And I also freeze flour, yeast, cornmeal. I save a lot of money by shopping in bulk. Well, that's how I store my grits and how to bake grits cakes. If you try the grits cakes, let me know how you like them. I will be doing mine in the oven from now on. Don't forget to stay tuned Friday for the Lake Hill City Birds. I was going to stop it since my grandma passed away because she was the main reason I was doing it, but I decided I'm going to continue with it because I enjoy the birds too. Plus, it gives me good memories of her. I also have a video of a trip we took to the Lodge Factory Store in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee that I'll be posting soon. It will go up on this channel and mine and my sister's road trip channel. We usually post to that channel on Thursdays, but it may be next week before I get that one edited. We will see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your week.